them being victims of bad business practices. The owners believe that the online publication will be easily and cheaply accessible to consumers. And now to speak more about this magazine, we are now joined right here in the studio by THAMI Bolani, owner of CONSUMERFAIR magazine, and also by SHARON, the co-owner of this same magazine. Good afternoon to you both, and thank you so much for coming through. If I can start with you, THAMI, just walk us through the idea behind this magazine and what really makes it unique.
We had a publication called CONSUMERFAIR starting in 2005. We were printing 100,000 copies and distributing the newspaper in all the provinces. But we're distributing it free of charge. So from 2005 to 2013, we did that job. But the cost became too much for us. And we decided to stop publication of the newspaper in 2013. What then happened is that our readers started approaching us to say, but what is happening now? We're no longer getting the publication. Why did you stop it? Some consumers even offered to pay.
Really?
Yeah, for us to continue printing. But when I met her last year, she wanted to start her own publication. And I said there was no need to reinvent the wheel. We then decided that we were going to take the online route because one, is cheaper, two, it is accessible, and three, we need to remember that many consumers in South Africa now are digital. Even kids own cell phones, and when they're in a Wi-Fi area, they're able to access the internet. And the most interesting thing is that when consumers have problems and they're looking for us, they're able to find us. So what we want to do is to have this thing on somebody's handset, a cell phone, so that if somebody wants to buy a car, wants to buy property, or whatever decision in the marketplace, they're able to find the relevant information and advice on this handset. Now,
Sharon, you also wanted to start a publication of a similar kind. Now, does your idea, the content that you want to have, is it really incorporated into this new online magazine, and just how accessible is it in any case?
Okay, initially when I started the publication, it was to find means, easy means of mobilizing the youth people and young people on, how they can empower themselves with information that is easily accessible. So my idea was initially to approach the government, to try and make that information as accessible as possible. But I discovered after I had met THAMI that what I wanted to do was in line with his goals in terms of empowering consumers and our target market being young people. Yes, so I can actually say that we managed to reach that goal together in terms of, reaching out to young people through an online publication. But
by reaching out mainly to young people who are, of course, within the digital age, but are you not at the same time maybe sidelining the older consumer?
We are not sidelining the older consumer based on the fact that we have a Facebook page as well, whereby people nationally, can interact on the web regarding the website, regarding the publication, and we using the online publication. People can go onto the website to interact and voice, their complaints, regarding customer service and all the other issues which were concerning even the old publication.
And THAMI, you touched on it just briefly, but are you generally happy with the reaction that you've got from your consumers so far?
Well, look, within a period of 1 week, we've resolved consumer complaints that have saved the consumers an amount of about 1.6 million rands. And these are people who have been loyal readers of our publications, right? They support what we do. They're informed consumers. And what happens is that if somebody comes to us without, for instance, an email address, a person who's never used an internet before, right? We encourage those people to go and open an email address.
Right.
We give them a small tutorial on the internet, because the whole idea here is that we want to create an access to knowledge environment, because consumers and small businesses will only be able to protect their rights and to thrive as businesses only if they've got access to relevant information. To give you one example, not long ago, I met a CEO of a major company, and they were looking for a supply of 3 million eggs per month.
Right.
And this CEO was saying, I only want to support black small businesses. And I'm going to do enterprise development for them, or do everything and make them successful and sustainable. We went to different organizations, CEDA and others, and none of them could give us information about a black farmer that could give us 3 million eggs per month. So this thing is not only looking at consumers, it's also going to be a tool for small businesses to be able to access the market.
Well, that's great. And Sharon, very quickly, for those then who want to get in touch with the magazine or with you, just how do they do that? How do they get in touch?
Okay, they can go to the website. It's www.consumerfairpublication.org.za. So they can go to the website to lodge their complaints. We even have a telephone number where people can contact us if they choose to do so.
All right, we certainly wish you all the best to the both of you and for your new magazine. Thank you so much. That was THAMI Bolani, owner of the new online Consumer Fair magazine, and also Sharon NKWATENI, the co-owner of the new online magazine called Consumer Fair.